This is DC Danton, Crow Crusader. I just wanted to say I'm on the other side of the Rudy Hauser farm, and the cows are out. That is excellent. That is good job, Rudy Hauser. The cows are out, and there they are. And they look happy. Well, as happy as they can be. They have a very beautiful day. Probably a few apples fell down off the trees there, unless he picked them all already. But there looks like there's some apples on the tree. And yeah, that's very, very good news. Very happy to see that. Sunday is usually the day when they're out. We couldn't see them from the other side, but yeah, that's wonderful. And yeah, there they are. There's the cows. That looks like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I count close to 25 cows. That's about the size of his herd. It's just a small herd. Yeah, that's very, very, very good. They seem to be enjoying themselves. Okay, and I just wanted to show you, here you can see the lake and the pastoral view. Very, very nice. Beautiful. All I do is walk across the street and show you this view a little closer. Now you can see the lake. And this is all farmland. Once you come up here, behind us is Lungville, and it's all agricultural land. While I was driving past the Rudy Hauser farm, I did see for the first time in over a year, a little group of crows feeding in the, used to be a huge flock here, all gone. I think some of those birds came down by us to get food, especially during the winter, and they got poisoned. And now that flock has been reduced to only about, I saw about maybe 20 birds maximum on the field, along with a few pigeons feeding on a field that had just been harvested. It looked like some sort of grain. So this is what basically, when you leave Kreuzlingen, this is what the area looks like. It's very beautiful. But behind those barns, and inside those barns, and the beautiful view that is nothing but animal abuse. So, well, when I first came here, when I've been coming to Europe off and on most of my life, that's what I thought, how beautiful it was. But then I realized my eyes were opened to what was going on behind those beautiful farmhouses with barns and flower boxes filled with red geraniums. I soon learned what it was all about, very, very quickly. And that's when I got involved in activism, when I started realizing what was going on, and then looking at the abuse, and realizing that some of the laws here were, you know, rather progressive compared to the rest of the world in animal husbandry, but at the same time, the farmers don't obey them. That is the problem here. So yeah, the farmers are protected. That is the bottom line. So anyway, I just wanted you to see this and see the lake, and to say we're having our end-of-year summer right now. It's just absolutely beautiful. And but the most beautiful thing is to see the cows out and enjoying themselves on the pasture. And it looks like they got a few apples too. So well, we know where all these cows are headed. So we have the Metzgete season coming up here in Switzerland. That's the time of the slaughtering. I explain that in my book, Heart for Baby. That's the season where they slaughter the pigs and the cows, and then they have special specials in the restaurants called Plate of the Day, where they have maybe beef ribs, and blood sausage, and liverwurst sausage, and it's traditional. It's not just here in Switzerland, but it's all over in Europe. The fall time is the time of slaughter, and that's been going on for, I don't know, as far as man has been keeping animals. And they did that so they would have their food during the winter time, and you know, dried beef, and then they made sausage, and that got them through the winter. And also they didn't want to hold the animals during the winter. Only milk cows and that and so forth. But the other animals were normally, some of them, most of them were slaughtered. So they didn't have to feed them and house them and so forth and so on. That's the tradition behind it. And that tradition still continues. They reduce the size of their herds during the winter time, and they have this it's called Metzgete season, the time of slaughter. And yeah, and you'll see signs. If I can happen to get a sign of a restaurant here locally to show you that, I will. So I keep forgetting I have all this in my book, but I don't have it on video. So, you know, a picture is worth 1,000 words. As much as the Heart for Baby is a great book. It's on Amazon, available in Kindle. I still haven't been able to afford to publish it paperback yet, but that's coming. But at least it's available in Kindle and other formats. It's available on just about every online platform for books across the world. Don't have many people buying it because most people don't know about it yet. I haven't marketed it at all. Just haven't had the chance. You know, taking care of the animals just takes priority over everything else, and my family. But yeah, that's my life. So you see a cow in the background trying to black and white. That looks like a mixed between a Holstein and a Fleck Fee. So, and the brown and white, those are Fleck Fees. That's the type, and the ones that are totally a light beige, cream colored, those are the Swiss brown cows. So.